what tends to happen is, I've had Instagram pages that have had 30,000 followers and TikToks that had 100,000. And what I realized was there's guys that probably like, oh, I wish I could have that much attention. And then I said, damn, I had it and they deleted it. And I actually was like, whew.
Right. One less thing to keep up with.
One less thing to worry about.
Yep.
Right. And people are like, oh, when you going to build it back up? I'm like, I had it.
Yep.
And the whole thing is gone now. Like it was building up. It was great. But now when they pulled the plug, I was like, thank God. So
it's tiring.
Men don't understand that whatever it is that you want, you're going to get it. And then the thrill will be gone.
Yep. And
that's be on to something else.
Man, that's what I tell a lot of guys. Like if they don't have the ability to get a woman, buy one, rent one for the night.
I tell people all the time that. Right.
Just get that out of your system. And then you'll decide, hey, you know what? This is something that is important to me. I will put some energy into this. Or, damn, I got to deal with her for 23 hours and 45 minutes for that time outside of the bedroom. And even that's not that good. Like, I always tell people, experience it and find, don't listen to me. Don't listen to coach. Don't listen to me. Go out there and see if it's important to you. And if it is, you go for it. Don't take our word for it. But ultimately, we're just trying to tell you the end results may not be that great.
What you think.
It's
the same thing. I mean, I bought a nice car. Like after a month, I was like, okay, shit, I should have rented it.
Yeah.
And then the same thing happens with women. Now, the best thing about this marketplace is you can buy whatever you want.
Yep.
Like almost like it's purchasable now.
And, hey, ladies empowerment, man. It's real work.
You, ladies.
That's it.
Yeah. And so you can get and I said this in my book, I have this free little ebook that I give people on my website for free. I said, if you really think you want a 9 or a 10 in your head, and you think that's going to be the end all be all, I said, just pay for one.
Yep.
Just find one and buy her.
Yep.
And I'm guarantee you, after that experience, 70% of you will say, damn, that was not as good as I thought.
Yep. She put no energy into it.
Yep. And it was just a normal girl. It came and it went.
Yep.
And 30% of you guys will be like, I got to have more of that. Okay, go ahead. Now figure out, now you know how to get one, or you can go take the steps in life to keep doing it.
Yep.
But I've done it several times, and it was like this here. I was like, well, 7s aren't that bad anymore.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right, right, like, exactly right.
It was in my head.
Yep,
it was in my head. And now that I've experienced it, I know I'm not going to put that much effort there anymore.
And I think a lot of guys too will figure out that, you know what, it's easier for me to work a little bit extra at my job and pay for that experience. That is 100 times less work than trying to keep a 9 or a 10 happy in a relationship. Let me tell you.
Yep.
So
yeah, you buy one, you get one of those, and I'm going to marry the most beautiful woman in the world. Oh
man,
think about what you're going to pay now. Try to keep her into your side and not try to let her cheat on you. Good luck.
Right, because every man is going to be. I mean, every man's going to come. That's it. They're going to come sniffing around, and guess what? They're going to be men that are better than you. And now, the way women are today, they'll be like, okay, like he's better. It's time to monkey branch and swing on up to the next level. And in kind of in the past, it was socially shamed. Like, oh, she got divorced. She left her husband for so and so, and they'd be, oh boy, she's kind of out of the social circle. Now they're like, go queen.
Oh, good. You go for it.
You get your bag, baby.
She gonna suck you dry, not the way you want.
That's it.
She gonna wait there long enough to get what she wants from you.
Yep. And
then she'll go to the bigger, better deal, and more power to her. Again, I'm not trying to tell women you're wrong for that. Right. Go do you. I'm trying to make men aware that that's going to happen.
That's the game now.
Here, I with rich men all the time.
Yep.
And when it happens, you're out $500,000. You're out of $1 million house. You're out of time with your kids, and now I can't stop that once that happens.
Right. And it's like I forget the NBA owner that was dating the young girl there that he was like, look, go get your side thing, whatever. I'm not into you taking pictures with all of that. Granted, not great things, but the point is when you have $100 million and she costs you $200,000-$300,000, that's like you having $100 and paying a penny.
Yes.
Women. I would never shame a woman by saying she's a gold digger. Everybody, including him, the guy paying for it, knows he's a gold digger, and he's a dirty old man. And they made an arrangement.
That's how it goes.
Right. So it's no hate on that. It's just, fellas, know the game, you're playing.
Know the game. And I've been taking my members through this thing, with the marketplace the way it is, where you can purchase, and it's been an eye-opening experience for a lot of men, because they're now realizing what we've been saying is true. A lot of young women are putting themselves through these paces now, and with Generation Z, they're doing this as a dating app and as to be able to pay their way and make it through the month.
Yep.
They're doing this right now. So if you're a guy between the age of 21 and 28 or 18 and 28, a good percentage of your young women are selling themselves right now.
That's how they're paying for college. And they're going on Tinder dates. Yeah, Tinder dates.
I would say a good 10 to 30% are doing this at some point.
Yep.
10% for sure doing it. Up to 30% have tried it.
Right.
And they've done it one time and they say, I really couldn't do it. It really didn't make me feel well. Yep. Now they're back out here trying to date you and getting you in a commitment. Yep. And then they're trying to marry you 10 years from now. So it's going to be a different time. It's a different time for young men.
And I'll tell you this, Coach, and this will kind of bring it full around. You're mentioning your TikTok got burned, your Instagram got burned. Now YouTube, they're coming down and they took away your super chats. They took away joining membership. What I find interesting about this is, are you familiar with I think they call it the 100 monkey syndrome, or 100 monkey something, but it was 100 monkey something. I have to look it up on the web, but it was basically in 1952 they found, or they taught, or a monkey learned. I know I'm not doing this justice, but you fellas out there, look up 100 monkey, and it probably autofill. But what it was is monkeys in the 1950s outside of Japan, one of them started learning how to wash food or something like that. And the other monkeys around him saw him washing sand or something off the food, and they started doing it too. And after about 100 monkeys were cleaning their food, some other scientists on another different island that had no contact with these monkeys, they noticed they were also washing their food. And it all kind of happened at the same time. And so the theory kind of went that at a certain point, once a certain number of people learned about something, it kind of becomes common knowledge. And now, Coach, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Southern California.
Okay. Have we ever met in person?
Nope.
Have we ever talked about Rod Stewart?
No.
Have we ever talked about Richard Gere?
No.
Okay. Now, what do you and I both know about Richard Gere and something being inserted up his tailpipe?
Everybody knows the hamster gerbil or whatever it is. Yep.
Okay.
Back in, I remember that.
Was the internet around back then?
That was before the internet.
Right. Now, do you know about Rod Stewart having his stomach pumped?
Yes.
For having a little bit of,
you know what I mean?
Little man love juice in there.
The love juice in there, yes.
Never went on TV.
Yep.
I grew up in New York. Mm-hmm. We're about the same age. We never talked, but that word kind of traveled all across the country and just became general knowledge for everybody. Well, that's what I think. YouTube is demonetizing you. Instagram's taking you down. TikTok's taking you. I think we're at the 100 monkey point. I think, because I'm seeing memes on 9gag, and I'm seeing everywhere now where if a guy's like, oh man, this girl did such and such, and so I tried to help her, and the replies are simp. Yes. I think we're at the 100 monkey point where even if they try to silence all of it, it's too late.
It's too late.
That men have absorbed this.
Because people, I will see, somebody will send me a video somebody did, like, oh, look at this guy talking about it. And it doesn't look like a guy that's red pill. He looked like a guy that's just talking, and all the talking points are being hit. Yep. Bang, 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 bang. And you're going, oh, it's in the culture now. Yep. You're absolutely right. There's nothing that they can do. They can stop me and pull the plug. It's a wrap. It's too late. The message is out there.
Yeah, I think by them, we've been dancing on YouTube. I've been doing the dance, and a lot of people are like, oh man, some people find it funny of some of the conversation words we come up with. Other people like, can't you just talk like an adult? But the truth is, they've been trying to shut this down for a long time. I think we're at the point now where, yes, you may lose some income. You may have to jump from YouTube over to Rumble or over to Locals or over to wherever. But I think it's too late. I think we've hit that point where men already know in a general sense. I think Gen Z and the next generation coming up, I think they're kind of coming up, instead of with a silver spoon in their mouth, they're coming up with a red pill in their mouth.
Yeah, we don't have to say much anymore. Like, there's some people that come to your channel, oh, you still talking about this? And it's like, it's not for you.
Right.
I mean, you're welcome to keep watching if you want. This is for the new group of men that are coming in because they're getting they're still getting people awakened by this information. But even if I didn't make another video, there's too much of me out there that they're gonna find me no matter what if I don't make another video. So
well, I think it's also I look at this as, look, I don't know how many videos of yours I've heard or other creators, but when I see you're doing a live stream, I still check in. Like, and I do this content as well as you. But what I think it is it's almost like psychiatrists go see other psychiatrists. You know what I mean? And Alcoholics Anonymous, like, even when you've been sober for years and years and years, you keep that chip or you keep going to meetings just to give you a little reminder. And so, let's be honest, some of the stories we talk about are funny as shit.
yeah,
So
we can always spin it into something funny and learning experience.
yeah, so I think it's here to stay, and I think we're good on that stuff. Like, I think the next generation of young men aren't growing up thinking they're going to have the house on the hill and the picket fence and the wife's going to love them. I think they're coming up being like, look, I know the game. It's going to be a battle. Like, I'm going to try to keep my heart in check. But we didn't make the rules. We're just following them now.
And that's what, I think that's the harder lesson for everybody else. It's kind of, I always kind of reiterate. I said, do not get mad at me. I did not cause this divorce thing, and this thing, the family court has been here before I even made a video. So people can get mad at me. But I think, what's going to happen next is we are, I don't want to say the celebrities, but we were the breakout people that continue to last, that in 5 years people are going to talk about.
Yep.
I mean, it happens to every industry.
Yep.
Every industry. Joe Rogan was very much underground until he wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then 5-10 years later of him keeping to do it. Same thing with Steven Crowder.
He's competing. Both of those guys are competing with CNN and MSNBC are writing stories about Joe Rogan and about Steven Crowder and about some of these bigger channels where they're feeling the heat. The old news, groups
they're
are feeling
nervous
the heat.
about these guys and their influence.
Yep.
And so I will say, not all of us as content creators will be around in 5 or 10 years. There's going to be 1-2 of us.
Yeah.
Like there's one Joe Rogan. There's going to be 1 or 2 of us that will ride this out and be so much at the top and be dangerous to the media. They're going to be the next Joe Rogan. Like, it could be Kevin, it could be you, it could be me, or Fresh and Fit, whoever. One of us will ascend to that point where we have that message.
Yep.
And this is why we continue to support each other. Even though we don't always agree on 100%, I support every one of us that have been in this space for whatever amount of time.
Yep.
I want you to get this message out. I want you to keep it going because men need to know it. And they have to understand they're trying to stop us every time we mention it.
It's not gonna. I mean, it's too late. I mean, it's out there.
He said it's too late.
Yeah,
well,
like, you can slow it down. You can slow it down, but more guys are not. They're on 9gag and meme pages seeing this stuff, and it's everywhere.
Somebody
now,
said they shared a video of me on TikTok and it got 5 million views.
Really?
So yeah, and it was of me on one of my live streams. So when you think of that, I'm not even putting it out there. Somebody put me out there,
right?
And it went bang. So it's like you're saying, it's too late. I think it is too late.
Yep. And the funny thing is, we never started the war. We're just defending ourselves now. We're just
defending
arming
ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not trying to change women. And I always tell women, I'm not trying to change you. You guys do whatever you want. You go, girl.
Yep. We're just looking out for ourselves now.
Exactly. By 40, you're going to be singing a different tune. By 50, you're going to probably, the poverty rates of women in their age 50 to 70, it's like 50%.
Yep. And that's why they're trying to find men.
Yep, they're trying to find men and lock you down. So this is for older men who watch us. That's what they're trying to do. Believe me, they do not love you, bro. Right. By that age, there's no freaking way they love you. I would say just watch out. It's a predatory move with what they're doing.
Yeah, and when our age gets to be, 60, 70, whatever, they're not even going to be coming with everything, things have dried up. We're not going to be having quite as much bedroom fun, but they're not bringing the cooking and the cleaning and the everything else it's just like, she's going to come along, take your money and bitch you to death.
That's what they think a relationship is, that they're entitled to now bitch and you're supposed to just listen to them every time they have a thought that comes in their head. No. And we're changing that expectation for men. We're trying to tell you, you don't have to do that.
Right.
That's what she thinks a relationship is.
Yep.
You guys haven't had enough power to tell her, I'm not doing any of that. And if that's what you want, kick rocks.
Right. And the days of you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. That shit's dead. That is going to be dead. It's going to be, if she's not happy See ya. Like, I'm going to be
And
happy.
we've done a good job of torpedoing that, by the way. We've done a good job of waking men up and say, you don't have to take this.
That's
you
it.
Don't have to. There's a lot of miserable 50-year-old men right now.
Yep. Yeah, and
that tell me all the time, oh, well, I don't want to piss her off. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, even if you lose half your money getting divorced at 50, let's say you're worth $1 million and you lose half your money at 50, you will be easier to live off that $500,000 than the two of you off your $1 million, because not only will you be happier, not only will you probably be able to date, and have fun with a 30-something or a 40-something or 20-something, whatever, in your 50s, but the money gets spent the way you want it, which ultimately, you'd think if we make $100,000, I get 50 my way, she gets 50 grand her. It never works that way. It's before you know it, you're asking permission to buy a new motorcycle, but she wants a new kitchen or a new refrigerator and dishwasher, and if you don't buy it, she's pissed. It never works out well for men. Better to
don't think you're getting sex then. I mean,
Hell no.
then this is where the sexless marriage comes in, because she's punishing you now. And you don't have the ability to tell her to kick rocks and I'm going to just go buy me a 25-year-old. And so you think that's a sin or whatever. It's a messed up game, guys. It gets messed up. Like he's saying, you can make good money when you're married, but you 90% of it, you don't even
enjoy when you're married.
They even enjoy, and they make you feel guilty. Oh, well, yeah, I want to buy a motorcycle. I want to buy a sports car. Oh, you don't need that. And sooner or later, you're just sitting in the corner.
And this started in if you go back to watch some of the movies and TV shows in the 60s and the 70s, a man doesn't do what she wants in his house that he paid for, and he's the money earner, and he's the one on the couch. Fuck that. I'm sorry.
The dog house. Oh, sleeping with the dog.
Yep.
See, what men don't understand is this is why we keep doing the videos every day, is because on the opposite side of us, when you turn off YouTube,
feminist
you're getting
TV.
the direct opposite, like this, ping, ping. You're getting 50 messages a day by commercials, radio commercials, TV, programs, sport events. They walk their mom out, or they stop to pause the game to do a breast implant. What about the prostate? No, nothing. Okay. They wear pink all of the whole day. You're getting bombarded with the messaging and programming to get you to do the happy wife, happy life thing.
And all we are is counter programming. That's all.
That's all we're doing.
And I've had just to finish, I've had women reach out to me and say, hey, why don't you do a video on, because you're not against women, why not do a video on how, like what women can do or what women should do or what about women's suffering. I'm like, the news and social media and the movies and the commercials showing the dumb dad, but the wife is the one that figures it. Everybody else is doing that shit. You want that? Go there. I'm here just talking about men and how we keep our own sanity navigating through this shit.
Yeah. Anytime you alter your, I don't mind women in this space, but anytime they have an influence to alter the message, why don't you talk about this? Well, then now you're going to do what the media's
right. And then we're no different than anybody else.
Yeah, then all of a sudden the men are going to lose. So as soon as you do what they want you to do, why don't you talk about this? It's over.
Right.
It's over. The men are going to lose. And I think, we can, I'm smart enough to make a lot of money. I can pander to women all day long. I'll probably be rich.
And not that Kevin Samuels panders to them, but he interviews them. He talks to them. He has really good dialogue. People really enjoy that.
Yep.
But that's what he does. And we all do, fresh and fit. They roast, party girls. They roast party girls, and you and I do our own thing. There's so much room here that we can all find our great place. But the last thing we're going to be doing is talking about women's issues, because they're go YouTube women's issues 5, and they're promoted, and they're there's plenty.
I lost my headphones.
There's plenty of chance for that.
So I lost my audio on my headphones for some reason. Hold on for a second.
All right.
I'm going to have to switch the speaker. All right, let me give it a shot.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Now I got 2 wires.
Hey, you know what? I do the same thing. If you look, it's pretty hard to see, but I've got a wire right here that I keep. These are off, but wired, hardwired, because I forget, and the Bluetooth it'll run out of juice, and then I'm all screwed up. So, well, here let's leave it here, Coach. Where give us your info on the plugs on your books, what's available there, your channels, and where people can find you. And kind of what you're thinking of kind of going ahead where people can maybe get their fill of Coach.
All right, man. So my books are Free Agent Lifestyle, which is more geared to men. De-Evolution is a book about feminism and its impact on American culture in the dating marketplace. So those can be found on Amazon, either Audible or Amazon. I'm sure there's other places that people Google and it just pops up. Who cares? They probably pay me. I don't know. I get a check from Barnes and Noble or every now and then. So, but Amazon is the host. You can go there. YouTube is the biggest platform on earth. So obviously I'm there at Coach Greg Adams. But yeah, we were just talking about, they just demonetized my channel last 2 weeks ago or a week ago. So I'm trying to figure out different ways to do this. So some of my members may come over to Locals in the next week or so.
So do you think you're going to make a Locals account?
I'm going to make a Locals account.
Okay.
And then I'm going to transition the members over there. And then anybody else that wants to come in after that. So I'll start putting content over there because I put content everywhere. So I'm going to give an incentive for people to go over there, and then we'll do our private stuff. And then we'll eventually over time get everybody over there, or enough people who really want to hear it. Get them over there.
I think it's good. The more people that like, I'm still over on YouTube just because, you know, some people just won't come over to Locals or whatever. But I think I'm going to really start loading up on Rumble as well, because there's a part of me that just cringes knowing YouTube is making some money off me. Like, you know, if I get views, I do get money, but YouTube, they pay us probably less than 1% of what they actually get. Yeah, so if there's a way we can keep YouTube from, because they punish us, and then at the same time we're like, oh, here's some money for YouTube. It's like, doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a tough spot because everybody goes there. So it's tough to get people off that platform. So I've been making other channels to survive, you know, and always just being ahead of them, a step ahead of them. But they are a giant. Unfortunately, they're becoming more like ESPN did to sports.
Yeah.
You know, we used to love to go watch ESPN and the post-game show, and it was just about the highlights. But now, when you get over to ESPN now, they're doing so much other crazy stuff.
Man, I flipped on there. They were talking damn politics, like legit politics. I'm like, can we keep politics out of my football, please?
Yeah,
just please.
And it's tough. It's tough now. So now we're getting that because everything's so political. I mean, everything's political now. Everything gets so political. Even in our conversations, the politics come up.
Yeah.
And now that's where people get offended. Yeah. Because then we start dipping our toe in the politics, and then it's easy to start casting people in certain lights and demonetizing them.
Yep.
So that's where we are.
All right. So you'll be signing up something on Locals. Are you over on Rumble as now?
I'm over
already?
on Rumble. There's a channel, Coach Greg Adams. Like anywhere you want to find me, literally just put in Coach Greg Adams, and then I'm going to pop up.
Okay.
Unless they shadow ban me, which they did on Instagram for a long time before they pulled the plug. So I'll be over on Rumble, and then I'll make a Locals account. And when I do, I'll connect with you.
Yeah.
And then you can let people know that I'm over there.
Yeah, we'll do another live stream or something or other, or having a conversation about it, and we'll have some fun. So, Coach, it sounds good, my brother. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Is there any parting words you have for the smart men out there?
Smart men, just understand. This path is very rewarding. The path that we're telling you, the information that we learned over the last 10, 20, and 30 years is information that we're not here to lie to you. I mean, if I was here to blow smoke up with you, I would tell you to go find your fantasy girl. I would just tell you we're giving you a lot of secrets that a lot of us took us a lot of pain and years to learn ourselves. And we're thankful that we have a platform that we can share this with you. And now you can apply some of these things to your life as you see fit. So, you know, just march forward, keep your head up, and you always talked about this. Your validation is in what you get out of this life, not out of women. And you'll soon learn that if you keep applying this.
Exactly. Very well said. Very well said. Coach, good luck to you on getting everything squared away with YouTube. You're going to be backing up your old videos, you said, right? So you can get them off YouTube for where you go.
They're already off YouTube. They're already on a premium site if people want that. And I'm actually kind of glad because my old stuff is cringy. So
you're going to clean it up, decide what you're going to put back out there again?
Decide what I put back up now. Yeah, I don't have to show everything now.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for joining us, man. Your wisdom is always muchly appreciated. And one of the
Thanks for having me over here, by the way.
Yeah, man, one of the OGs of the Manosphere. I appreciate it. We'll do it again real soon. And yeah, we'll do it real soon. And good luck. Let me know how YouTube turns out for you if they let you remonetize and play in the big boy club again, you know.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Peace out, Coach. Right, thanks, man.
Peace. Thank you.
You bet. If you enjoy content like this, you can find the full unedited video over at betterbachelor.locals.com.